what's going on? The end is near. Why do I say the end is near? Because, well, according to this video, fed up teacher quits with shocking warning. These kids can't even read. Let's see what they have to say.
A former English teacher going viral after posting a raw and
English teacher.
unfiltered farewell video as she leaves the classroom behind after just 3 years. Listen.
A lot of these kids don't know how to read because they have had things read to them, or they can click a button and have something read out loud to them. I just don't think these kids even care. They don't care about making a difference in the world. They don't care about how to have a resume. They don't care how to write a resume. They don't care how to write a cover letter, because ChatGPT will just do it for them. And I think that we need to cut off technology from these kids, probably until they go to college.
College? Nah, that's too much. Yo, you need that in high school. Everyone got Chromebooks. Some schools give out iPads where you can just keep. Some schools, you have to return them. But look, yes, technology is ruining them at a start. But instead of teaching the same stuff where they could just look it up on ChatGPT, it's not like when you work, you can't use Google. It's not like when you work, you can't use ChatGPT. Like, you can use them. If they give you a math equation, if it's a calculus equation, or whatever equation, you could use a calculator. But these, I don't know why they teach the basics again. It's like, okay, now we have an extra tool. For example, let's say, I'm trying to think of something. Okay, horses and carriages, right? We learn to ride a horse and carriage. But then the car comes out. No one's learning horses and carriages. Now we're learning how to drive cars. You see, as technology improves, you have to adapt to it. So as AI improves, it's taking over already. As AI improves, we have to learn how to use it. We have to learn how to go with AI, how to use it efficiently, opposed to people that just do it all by themselves. ChatGPT can come up with the most optimized resume, right? Opposed to you learning it and you're not going to use it for like 5 more years. You're going to make one resume, use it a couple times, get a job, and then it's done. But instead of doing that, wasting time, just use AI. AI is literally taking over. And if you choose not to learn AI or use AI, you're falling behind.
Hannah is a former teacher, and she joins us now. She posted that video. More than 1 million people have seen it, Hannah, probably more by the time we're on this morning. Why did you post that video?
So I taught for 3 years, as I said in my video. I wasn't always a teacher. I actually started my career in digital marketing. So I've been in the digital world for about 5 years now, or since I've graduated.
Like, look, digital marketing, you know how much content you could pump out with AI? Like, digital marketing, you can pump I'd say thousands a month, like 33 a day. Yeah, around there, 33 a day of AI content, and that's 1,000 posts for a month. Opposed to you trying to create it yourself. You know how long it takes to create something like that?
And throughout the 3 years, I've taught digital arts classes, and I've taught an English class. And I would say that in all of my teaching experience, technology has posed quite a challenge. And
you know what the problem is? We have to use technology. There's a saying in Chinese my grandpa used to tell me. He's like, a phone is a tool, not a toy. And in Chinese, it sounds similar. But you have to use the phone to your advantage. A phone can create businesses. It can create industry. Whatever you want to make, a phone can make it. You can call up other factories. Literally anything. A phone is your best friend. The thing is, if you want a product made, you use your phone. If you want, I don't know, a design made, you use your phone. You use the internet. You hire someone else. You can't just do everything yourself. Imagine running a company and doing the marketing, doing the illustrations, doing the management, doing bookkeeping, doing everything. Even some of my documents, I'm like, I gotta make an Excel file. I just submit all the documents into ChatGPT, and then it pumps out a document. It pumps out a, what's it called, Excel spreadsheet of all the correct. I mean, I proofread it just in case because there are some holes in it. But you have to learn to use it. You're insanely more efficient if you use AI.
With AI becoming so accessible to
Like, it's like you're given this tool, but you're like, no, I'm gonna do it the right way, the hard way, and then you fuck up. There was this saying. It's like in golf, right? They let you, if the other team's like, oh, I'll let you have that. You don't have to putt it. If some people are like, oh, no, 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 I'm a putt it. I'm a putt it. They putt it and miss, and your partner gets angry. Just say thank you, appreciate it, and pick up the ball, go to the next hole. When you're given the tool and when you're given the advantage, just take it. Don't try to do it the right way.
children nowadays, especially teaching in an English or Core 4 classroom. It's been especially challenging, kind of to have the kids comprehend and critical think for themselves on certain things.
Yeah.
So on my way out,
I will say that it's that AI definitely prevents you from being creative. You can be creative using different prompts. So it's creative in a different aspect. It's not like human created art. Imagine AI can make paintings, like oil paintings. You make an AI and it's connected to a robot. That'll be a significant change in the creative space. Or like artists, like singers. AI can just make songs out of thin air, which is insane. We won't have like an idol to look up to. Now we just have songs. So in certain ways, AI has fucked up a lot of shit, but all in all, it makes everything more efficient. Why is everyone hopping on AI? Because it's the next wave. It's self-learning. It's going to become greater than humans, I believe. If we create a self-learning one that can create other AIs, we're done. We're actually done because we can't learn as much as AI. We can't. If AI releases 1,000 other AIs, and I don't know, million people use all of those, everything they learn from the 1,000, it goes back to the main one, mainframe, the cloud. I don't know, whatever it is. We're actually doomed. They just learned 1,000 times more. And if they can create more, everything just everything feeds the AI, and we're done.
I wanted to kind of raise awareness and just let people know how AI and technology is affecting the children these days.
Right. I know, coming from a mother who taught for 33 years, my sister's a teacher in South Carolina, the challenges that y'all deal with, this is even before.
Here is the problem. Everything they teach in school comes from another teacher. So it's like the original and then regurgitated to the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. Look, these teachers, they didn't go to anything special. They went to the same school. They went to the elementary, middle school, high school, college. It's the same thing. They're not teaching new things. The common core is just math, English, social studies. What's the other one? Science. Not much has changed. Like there's not some breakthrough science that came out, but there's also not any new experiments that you can do in school. Most of it is the same thing, and after a while, it's like okay. Back then, we would take calculus in college, right? Now it's in high school. So it's like as you progress into the future, kids are being taught more and more things. There's like STEM projects for kids in elementary school. There's like science experiments for like a kit you can take home and build it and learn about it. So I do believe that the age where you learn things is starting to get lower. How are we learning calculus in high school? You're supposed to learn it in college. But as AI turns the corner, you have to learn AI. You can't just disregard it because oh, it's affecting our basic education.
Before AI was a thing, I'm sure it's even more challenging now. And clearly, your opinion is yes, it is. You're a high school teacher. I'm sure your students loved you. We hate to see someone leave education because of problems within the classroom. Give me some examples of what the students are saying to you.
I could only imagine how high school is now. I heard there's like There's kids in middle school in the bathroom clouding it up with dab pens. It's insane. Imagine being in middle school, being high in the sky in balls, and then going to your English class. That'd be insane. I just can't fathom that idea, like being high at that young of an age. And then all the trends, all the TikTok trends, everyone tries to be hood, everyone tries to be ghetto, even though they live in the suburbs. Let's see what she has to say.
Well, a lot of students, and I do want to be clear, I taught a lot of very motivated and bright children. And so I don't want this to come off as if this is all the kids' fault.
Mhm.
But I do know that a lot of times in my English classroom, I would ask them to write down a short response or just 5 sentences to answer a question. And a lot of times it would be about 2.5 sentences, and they would say, well, I can't think of anything else to say, or, well, why do I have to answer in complete sentences? Like, you get the point from what I'm saying in just
These
a
kids
little
are wild.
sentence. And then a lot of times I would assign essays, long form essays, and
ChatGPT.
I know how children write, especially when they handwrite me things in the beginning of the school year. And so when a student, how I know how they write, typically would give me a very eloquently and thorough essay on a topic that I know that normally wouldn't come from them.
Okay, and in that sense, I think it's just their ability to follow directions. They give you a rubric, you just follow every point on the rubric. It's just so easy. Just look at the rubric, what they ask, and double down on it. Like, oh, explain, what is it called? Like, introduce your points, your main points. Okay, introduction, thesis, introduce your main points, a summary, and then mini paragraph, baby, whatever they say, baby paragraph, main paragraph. Just follow the rubric. It's just, what are they doing? It's just so easy.
I would ask them, was this really you? And I'd run it through an AI generator. And of course, it would say 100%
Generator.
ChatGPT or
Detector? What is she saying? But yeah, ChatGPT. Yeah, there's just two fighting forces now. There's AI detectors and AI humanizers that kind of scramble the words. Not to the point where it's like unreadable, but it scrambles the words where you're now like, oh, it's humanized. It's a human that wrote this. I'm not sure how well that works against the AI detector.
AI. And I would speak to the student, and they would more so question of, well, if I have to redo this, how much is it really going to affect my grade? Can I just
Oh
take
my
it zero?
gosh, trying to take the easy way
Yes.
out.
Okay,
Yeah. Is
it's not the easy way out. It's the more efficient way. It's like the horses and carriages. If you're traveling from New York to California, and I give you the option of a car versus a plane, you're gonna take the plane. Both of them, let's say both of them are free, right? A plane versus a car. You're definitely gonna take the plane. You could take the car, but it's 20, 24 hours, not including traffic or whatever stops you may have to take, like sleeping. Yes, it is a journey, but it is also a lot of headache and being uncomfortable. Or you could just take a plane, get there in like what? I don't know, 6 hours.
is it promoting just a laziness among our children?
It's called efficiency.
I suppose, and a lot of them are just feeling as though they don't really need to do the work anymore because AI will just do it for them.
Right.
And I think that AI can be in a classroom in a very effective way if we teach children in the older grades how to use it properly.
Mhm.
But if we're allowing them this unlimited access in the classroom to use AI, they're not going to do the work themselves.
I really wish I had AI back then. You know how easy school would be, but not in the sense like, oh, I don't have to do any work, but in terms of what if you learn about AI? What if they teach just about AI? Like we're moving into the future. We're living in the future. We can't just dwell in the past. We can't just. Why do we still not make stone tools, huh? We're past the Stone Age. We're past the Iron Age, the Metal Age, whatever it's called, the Bronze Age. But it's like every age you pass, you have to learn new things. The people that still use stone tools, they were out, or not out. What do you say? They were conquered by people that have metal.
Yeah, I know you're a proponent of getting technology out of our classrooms, getting the phones out of our classrooms. I still can't believe some schools are allowing that. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry you had to leave the classroom. What are you going to do next?
Yes, well, I actually am working in a nonprofit now. I run donor relations, development, and digital marketing for them. So I'm back in what I was doing before teaching, and I'm loving it so
All
far.
right. Well, Hannah, thank you for giving up those 3 years. Appreciate it. We love our teachers.
Thank you for giving up those 3 years. What? We have to teach about AI and technology. We can't just go back to the Stone Age. We're going back in time if we don't learn about new things. Everything we learn in school, regurgitated. There's one class. They don't learn. They try to make you in the box. They try to put you in the box. And the example I'll give is they're like, how do we reduce people from polluting? Like polluting the water, polluting the air. It's to give them taxes. Like, oh, you polluted this much, you can fine them, you can tax them, or you can give them incentives to not pollute, or credits, whatever it's called. I don't remember it fully because we don't need it. And also, she's like, how do we reduce it? Everyone's like, raise the price. But I'm like, okay, but if you raise the price and they're still profitable, they're still gonna do it. If it costs you, all right, using basic numbers right here, let's say it costs you $10,000 to keep polluting it. If you were to hire a company to actually like correctly get rid of the waste, it will cost, let's say, 30,000, right? So 10,000 and 30,000, that's a big jump. So you still make 20,000 in between because you saved that much. Or let's say they also earn 50,000. Whatever they earn, if you subtract the fee or the, what's that called, the fine, if they make more than the fine, they'll happily pay it. They're just repeat offenders. Why? Because, well, it's profitable. It's also similar to New York. All these smoke shops popping up. They sell weed. They sell whatever. They sell. There was one. There was one video. They were selling grabba with fentanyl in it, which is insane. But why do they keep popping up? One gets shut down. Another one pops up in a different name. Another one shuts down. Two more pop up. It's because it's profitable. Wherever you open up, there can be a tiny shack. A tiny shack costs like 8,000 a month in New York, Times Square, whatever it is. But because of the foot traffic, because of your small store in the middle of all the traffic, you get to grab some of this, some like customers or tourists. Whoever you grab, that's just profit. And if it's always profitable, you're gonna keep opening up more. Not at the same time, because they do crackdowns. Although some might, but most of them, they get shut down, they open up more. They get shut down again, they open up another. The fine is just the cost of doing business. So, what was my point? Okay, they don't teach the right things. Like, yes, raise the fine. Some people might be like, oh, I don't want to pay the fine, but if you're business minded, that was an economics class, by the way. If you're business minded, you just see it as a cost of doing business, nothing more. So with the future coming, we're living in the future. You have to learn about AI. You have to learn about technology. You have to teach them how to use it correctly, not correctly, but more efficiently. How to engineer prompts for the AI. Yes, you're less creative, but whoever whoever knows how to use it will excel. I'm trying to relate it to a point back then. It's like whoever doesn't innovate gets left behind. That's my thoughts for this. But that's all for today. These kids can't even read. Teacher quits because she doesn't want to teach new things, technology. See you in the next one.